some strong resilience in the crypto markets, considering those three banks, Silvergate, Signature, and Silicon Valley Bank, were three of the most crypto-friendly banks in the U.S. So we saw crypto effectively become unbanked in the U.S. overnight, shutting off those U.S. dollar on-ramps. But in pretty quick order, we've seen that the industry not only persist but kind of revive itself. And now we're seeing new banks in the U.S. kind of come into the fray. The bigger question, though, is U.S. regulators' outlook. Some in the industry have called this choke point 2.0, where the U.S. government is taking action to sort of snuff out crypto, which is impossible. This is technology that, the genie's out of the bottle. You can't put it back in. It's going to exist. So it's a question of which countries are going to embrace it and set forth rules that allow the industry to thrive. And I think that you're going to see the innovation leave the U.S.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events, and then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But, of course, you have to do your own research. But, guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, we have Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks pumping. And if we look at the indicators, we can clearly see why. But we had Jerome in the house yesterday, and we know stocks and cryptos should be plummeting after what he stated. But guys, it's all manipulation. So that's the reason why I tell you, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates which have dropped, and then also, guys, we have the dollar plummeting. And we know that is great for stocks and cryptos. But if we go back to the last rate hike, they did the same exact thing. It's all manipulation. And then, of course, guys, we have Volume, Tether, we have USDC, and we have Circle, Sidestep, Swift, turns to Gibraltar, Zappo Bank. And guys, we clearly see the fourth industrial revolution footprint overseas. Now, guys, of course, we have the Fed. Repo sitting at 2.2 trillion. And we have the central banks raising rates and running off the balance sheet in lockstep. And we had the Fed yesterday go up 25 basis points. Today, the Bank of England went up 25 basis points. And we know they want to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. And they're doing it right in front of the masses' eyes, but unfortunately, they are asleep. Now, yesterday, guys, like I stated, poor Jerome. Jerome Powell stated yesterday that they need to figure out what went wrong with SVB. And guys, we clearly know what went wrong. And then also they were under supervision of the Fed. But remember, guys, this is all part of a plan. We know what happened with SVB, so therefore they could put in a backstop for these big foreign banks. Because, guys, remember, everybody was buying these U.S. treasuries, and now that interest rates are rising, they are taking losses. And that's not even including the mortgage-backed securities. Now, we have the U.S. Treasury says adoption of a CBDC could help out households. And, guys, we know the only way it's going to help because they'll be able to program the money, telling you what, when, when, and how to buy. And you have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. Now we have the UAE Central Bank signs a deal for a CBD strategy with R3. And guys, we know CBDC stablecoins are nothing but fiat, just giving the central banks even more power. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now guys, don't forget about Grayscale sending about $22.7 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news. We have Kwon reportedly arrested in Montenegro. And guys, we can clearly see the movies are stepping up. We know they love distraction so they can move the money in the back door. Now we have Kraken users will no longer see a deposit option via Plaid or withdrawal option via ACH Silvergate beginning March 7th. And guys, with all the turbulence on these exchanges, make sure you're doing self-custody. Now we have Bank of America says blockchain technology has only begun and sees the real use cases in Near, Polkadot, and Cardano. And speaking of turbulence on these exchanges, we have Coinbase suspends Algorand staking rewards as of March 29th. And guys, we can clearly see something big is about to come down the pipe. Now we had the SEC serves Coinbase with a Wells notice. And Coinbase could face SEC enforcement actions for potential violation of securities. And guys, don't forget that Coinbase is a publicly traded company. And remember, Coinbase wanted to do the Earn program, but remember the SEC warned them against it. So that means they got the heads up. And the same thing looks like it when it comes to staking. They're getting the heads up. And lastly, we have the SEC files a lawsuit against Justin Sun and celebrities for promoting unregistered securities. And guys, we see the SEC movie continues in the United States, and we're seeing more and more of these projects go overseas. But guys, remember, this is all part of the plan. All these other countries have enforcement just like the SEC, but they put laws in place so the technology can grow. And we can clearly see the SEC is working on behalf of the central banks. They want to pick the winners and losers of this new technology. And guys, we know we've seen this movie before in big tech. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team save New York. COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Team goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.